Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Okay, what is up, people? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everyone is doing good. Welcome back as always. Like always, guys, make sure you go check out the Telegram link in the description to that. Share my updates, posts, trades, watch list for the week. So make sure you go check that out. Link in the description and at the top of the chat there. If you are looking for a broker, I do have my affiliate link to IC Markets. Feel free to check them out if you want to using the link. But yeah, guys, welcome back to another stream. Hope everyone is doing good. Anus, as always. Hope you're doing good. Moch, what is up? Hope you're doing good as well. I'll be in and out of stream today. No problem. Moch, do what you need to do. Free boy, what is up? Please share your thoughts and opinions in gold and Euro JPY. Okay, we'll take a look at those pairs. I mean, Euro JPY and gold, two pairs I'm looking at. Ryan, pound JPY urgently. Okay, we'll take a look at that pair as well. You buying or selling pound yen or... Okay, I was shorted pound yen 170. Okay, we'll go take a look. I suppose I'll do a pound yen first since it's urgent. Then we'll go through euro yen and and gold. Okay, so pound yen, I had a bullish bias this week coming into the market. Didn't really give me the setup or give me a chance to enter the setup really. There was a decent signal last week, but it happened out of session for me. But since then, the market's rocketed to the upside. So I'm actually looking for pound yen to still come back into the highs, up into the resistance over here. Again, higher time frames are still showing a lot of bullish momentum daily, weekly, and the market for me is having a really nice respect of this prior resistance as support there as well. So I've been looking for pound yen to continue back to 172. Is coming to some resistance and supply there on the left, which is probably where you shorted from. Where is it? 172.8. 172.8. So it's roughly around prices here-ish. So you're coming to some areas down the left. So there is a slight bearish sentiment from this area, but again, the buyers are definitely in control of this market despite these two heavy sell-offs to the downside. So again, I'm still pretty bullish on pound yen. It's starting to reject this area a little bit, but we've had this humongous wick to the downside, which is definitely not a good sign for the sellers at all. We could probably fill the wick on the next 4H candle, but because of what I'm seeing across multiple time frames, it looks like the buyers are definitely in control of this market. So it potentially could fill, but for me, I would say it's unlikely. The market's likely to push higher. So I'm still looking at a swing back to 172. There's some resistance here, which could cause some friction. I could be wrong as well. The market could dump, but I would only be looking for buys for pound yen. So not a bad place to short, but yeah, just a little bit counter trend. So it's always going to have a slightly less chance to play out. Not that it can't play out at all, but the probability of it playing out is obviously lower than if you're going with the trend. So yeah, the way I see pound yen, looking at most time frames, is we're still seeing a lot of upside. Yes, we're kind of banging our heads on that resistance there, but yeah, I'm still seeing a lot of bullish momentum alive. We had a really nice retest of this structure down here, connecting these higher lows. So we had one over here, second one over there, and a third over there, which came around, I think 8 p.m., sorry. Yeah, 8 p.m. on a Friday. So since then, the market has been pretty bullish. So yeah, I'm actually looking at 172. Could be wrong, but yeah, that's the way I see the market, especially with this crazy wick to the downside. That doesn't look too healthy for the sellers at the moment. But again, manage your trade how you need to. Of course, I safely book profit, but what did it when back up? Okay, so if you're taking profit, again, you manage your trade how you need to manage your trade. But again, the market is not always going to be explainable every single time. Sometimes the market is just going to do what it does and there's nothing explaining it. The market's random most of the time, which is why we just have a system in place and why we take really good trades, and sometimes those really good trades fail. So it's important just to make sure you're plugging out your numbers, plugging out the right trades and doing what you need to do. But yeah, I mean, the way I see pound yen right now is that the overall market is still pretty bullish. I would be favoring more upside. So sell-offs like this, sell-off like that, I would just be treating as retracement, looking for the market to fish for some more buys to continue the move to the upside. So that's the way I see it. But again, not everything in the market is explainable. You don't need it to be explained. To be honest, really, just need to make sure that you're taking the right trades that fit your plan well. Some will fail, some will work, some will hit break even, and just keep plugging out the numbers, and that's the best thing you can do. But yeah, for me, pound yen is still pretty bullish. We'll take a look at euro yen and obviously gold as well. Anus Geddy, what is up? Super Miko, what is up? Hope you're doing good. Great to have you yet another profitable week. Yes, let's hope for it. Anus looking to sell GU at 1.25659. Okay, we'll take a look. See, no problem. Kanaus, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Ekin, time to short Euro USD. I'm not looking to short Euro USD this week. I'm looking to short Euro USD this week, but I'm not looking to short it just yet. It needs to come a little bit higher, but we'll take a look at Euro USD a bit more detail. But yeah, I'm getting ready to short it. Vivek, can we use 1 hour minor trend to trade in 5-minute time frame? Don't know. I've never really done that before. Potentially, I think, I don't know, 1 hour and 5 minute seem to be quite far apart for me. No, 1 hour, 5 minutes don't go too bad. I would say you probably want to use like a 50-minute and 30-minute as like a kind of a middle interval, just to see everything is running well. Because again, you need 5, 10, 2 times 6. You need 12. My maths was a little bit slow there. You need 12 5-minute candles to give you an hourly candle. So and for me, I use the 4H in the hourly, which is 4 hourly candles equals 4 hours. So it's a 4 intervals rather than 12 from a 5 to a 1 hour. So yeah, you might want to use like 30-minute as an interval or 15-minute. But potentially well. I mean, I've never tested before. Maybe 30-minute time frame and 5-minute setup might be a little bit better. But again, that's for you to back test. I don't trade in those time frames. So I do use the hourly to enter, but don't trade in the 5 minutes, so I wouldn't know. And by the way, I do have a little bit of a cold at the moment, so my throat is kind of like doing a madness right now. So if I start coughing and start taking some sweets, some capsules, you know why. Okay, so I'll take a look at Euro Yen and gold before I forget. So yeah, gold coming into the week, I'm looking at some possible short-term longs, but I'm not really looking to push the trade too far. Reason being because the market's showing a lot of signs of exhaustion. Again, I did analysis for this one on my weekly analysis, so go check it out if you haven't already done so. But the market's showing a lot of rejection up at these highs on the weekly time frame. So I'm expecting long term to see gold actually take a big dive to the downside eventually. Something similar to what Euro USD and sort of Euro JPY has done. So I do expect to see some buys around this part from here, but eventually, that's the wrong tool. Eventually see a big dive to the downside and price actually break through some structures. So for gold, I do see some short-term buys, but eventually I do think we're going to fall off a cliff. And again, I'm still overall bullish on gold. I do think we're going to push through the 2K mark and push through that, but we might be taking a bit of a breather first, come to the downside, find some more buyers maybe around 1950s, 1930s, 1900 even, and then look to push bullish from then onwards. So the way I see gold at the moment is keep an eye on this area here around 2K. We've got a trend line just below it. Excuse me. So you've got a trend line just below around 2K. So we might see a stab through this and then could see the market push forward. So keep an eye on that area. But I would say if you are looking to buy gold, try not to overstay your welcome, because the market is now printing some lower highs. 1, 2, 3 there as well. We could see a brief spike into the 2K trend line mark, push to the upside, 4th lower high, and get the capitulation to the downside. So gold buys look okay, but just don't marry the trade. Again, I could be wrong, but in terms of the way the market's moving, we're seeing a really strong impulse move to the downside here. This is not healthy for the buyers at all. So yeah, gold short-term buys, but look to start backing away. And some sells would look good if we can start breaking some structure, start clearing out some lows, start breaking through the trend line, start breaking through 2K. If we can start breaking through all of that, then yeah, pullbacks and shorts look good to ride this for the reversal. But this is the only time I'll be looking for that reversal, once we actually start breaking through some structure, and then we can look to take advantage of these low highs as we continue down, which is kind of what Euro USD has done. And we'll touch on Euro USD in a second. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at for gold going forward. Euro JPY. So yeah, Euro JPY coming into the week looking for some sells. Didn't really get the entry signal I was looking for. I was looking to enter this one yesterday. But the market was not moving too good and the entry candles were quite poor. So I didn't enter. And then this morning as well, we closed within the same range. So as you can see, we're testing this level here. The market was moving quite correctively, so it was looking pretty good. But then we started getting these aggressive wicks to the downside. Had a nice bearish engulfing, but 50% of the candle was represented by that wick. So that was a big no-no to take the trade. Again, when I'm looking to take my my entry candles, I want to see momentum in my favor, which is why I look to take bearish engulfings and bullish engulfings, because they represent a shift of momentum. But with this candle, there was a good shift in momentum, but it depleted very, very quickly, and price just started to create this big wick pull here. So we closed back into that same area again this morning. Hence why we've got another reaction to the upside there for Euro Yen. So the entry is not looking too good here for Euro Yen, and pretty much we're getting some consolidation at the area, which is a good sign. It does mean the market is slowing down and seeing some exhaustion at that area and basically indecision. So if the market can start breaking through this area and see a really big shift in momentum, again, the entry signal probably give us a quite big stop loss, but it'll be a much more confident entry signal. Ride it back down to the lows and then potentially further as well. I'm looking at a push into this area here too. So we could be looking at maybe a 2.5 risk to reward, 2.6, not the best risk to reward, but something with a much better entry signal. So Euro Yen, I'm still looking to short, but in terms of the entry criteria, it's quite poor right now, and especially in the 4H time frame as well. We're seeing wicks to the downside and wicks to the upside. So I'm not quite loving what I'm seeing here with Euro Yen, unless we see a nice shift in momentum. Start clearing for some lows here at 147.647. That could start to interest me again. But the bias for Euro Yen still stands, looking for another drive lower, back down to these lows here, and then potentially the lows here at 145.500 as well. Yeah, I do want to see these wicks start getting cleared. Nice bearish engulfing, or maybe two candles forming that bigger bearish on the hourly chart. That would be a nice entry trigger. Stop loss above the zone, and expecting price to continue. This is sort of what we had on pound CAD last week. Oh, pound CAD's looking interesting. Big wick to the downside there. Wow, that's looking good. But anyway, so yeah, pound CAD came into our zone. Really nice zone on the daily chart. As you can see, resistance there turned support, and price was basically just wicking around and consolidating. So never really cleared the highs. Now it looks like we may have just had a big fake out to the downside. So we could be seeing momentum kick back in now. You could take some entries on the back of that, or you could wait for the market to clear the resistance first, retest, and then get the continuation. This would be the safer entry. This would be the entry to slightly more aggressive, but then does, excuse me, my nose is leaking. But safer entry, but obviously will give you less risk reward. So it's kind of like, whichever one you prefer, really. They're both kind of good trade setups. One has, some preference to the other. But yeah, back to Euro Yen. So Euro Yen looks pretty good, but I do want to see price start clearing the lows, and then I'll start looking for my shorts. And then yeah, take the trade. Okay, so we'll take a look at pound USD next for ANIS. Euro USD, we'll take a look as well. Pound NZD. Still in pound yen long trade. Nice. Yeah, I wish I was in that trade. Prices look good. I mean, where's your target? How far are you looking to take the trade to? Personally, 172 looks good for pound yen, but we're coming to some resistance now, so could experience some fluctuation around here. So there could be a good place to bank some partials. But yeah, things could change very, very, very quickly. Okay, so yeah, we'll take a look at Euro USD, Pound NZD as well. Yeah, just did Euro JPY and gold, so just look back through the thing if you need to. Okay, so we'll take a look at those pairs next. Tyrese, what is up? Hope you're doing good. Naz, we'll take a look, no problem. Ekin, I think we will see a gold new all-time high at 2101 before 1815. Interesting analysis there. Could do. I'm not necessarily too. I mean, I do agree. I think we will see some new all-time highs. I mean, some brokers already have new all-time highs, but yeah, I reckon we could see 2100. But yeah, at the moment, price doesn't look too convincing. I think we could fall first, maybe even low as 1900 for gold, which again just gives us really good opportunities to buy it back up. So it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Okay, so let me go through pound USD. As you said, you short, looking to short 125.659. Okay, so 125.659. Okay, let me mark it on the old charting. I think it's probably around here. 125,659. Okay, that's basically this area there. Okay, nice. Not a bad area. Not a bad area. Pound USD has been a little bit erratic of late, but not a bad setup at all. Price is looking like it could be clearing out some of these weaker highs here. Testing a really nice area which the market consolidated briefly. Really aggressive wicks there to the upside there and had this crazy shift of momentum to the downside. So it's a very, very nice area. I like it a lot, Anus. I like it a lot. I'm not too sure how far it could go because pound USD is not necessarily looking like the most bearish market in the world. The overall structure is still technically bullish, and obviously the daily still respects some structure here as support, which we just saw the bullish engulfing from yesterday. So on the lower time frames, could give a nice juicy setup, but my biggest advice would be probably not to marry the trade and try and push it too far. In terms of the entry level, it looks fantastic. Take out some of these weaker lows, retesting a really solid area which hasn't been retested yet either. So I do like the setup a lot, but we might see something like this come into the zone, push down, high, low, and then push back up again. So we could be seeing the stepping stones if pound USD wants to continue higher, or we could be looking at reversal. But this price action here, is not a good sign because the market is obviously bearish. Seeing some lower lows and lower highs. Nice retracement. We had an aggressive move to the downside followed by an aggressive push back up again. This is sort of starting to look like a head and shoulder pattern here, which normally resembles price looking to shift in direction. So although it's a fantastic entry level, obviously we have to wait for entry confirmation as well to see if it's a viable place to enter. But the way the market is moving now tells me that, okay, we could come into the zone, but we could just push down, another higher low, maybe retest some structure within there, and then could actually start flying to the upside afterwards. So be careful with that setup in terms of how far you push it, but again, it depends on your entry and your risk reward, whatever. But yeah, in terms of the entry level, it looks fantastic. But yeah, I do see pound USD maybe doing something like this, which could push the market higher. But of course, manage to trade according to your plan and do what you need to do. But yeah, I do agree with you there. It's nice shorts, but yeah, I wouldn't probably push it too far. I could be wrong. We could sell off, but judging from my analysis and how price is looking right now, that's what I can see price doing probably. Okay, so we'll take a look at Euro USD next. Yeah, Euro USD on the watch list and probably on the top of my watch list, to be fair. Euro USD is the best setup going for me right now, and I'm starting to really like the structure. Higher time frame, looking at the lower time frames as well. Really nice reversal here on the daily. Price broke to the downside. Very, very aggressive move here and starting to clear lower. So I'm actually looking at price retracing and continue back down to around 1.07. Maybe even lower, 1.075 as well. Excuse me. But I'm surprised some of you guys might catch my cold just from listening. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like price potentially could retrace some of these areas over here and then get the next low high to roll over. So personally for me, Euro USD is at the top of the watch list. Really nice structure, successive lower highs, and I do think we can probably come into this level here and see a nice retest, 1.094, and probably see continuations. Obviously, we'll be waiting for entry confirmations and whatnot, but yeah, I just need to see a bit more upside. So someone asked earlier, would I be looking to short now? No. It's at a decent level, and I see why. Obviously, support here, resistance, not bad place actually. Price taking out some weak lows here, sort of like a big bear flag impulse, then get the continuation. Sorry guys, I might have to end the stream early because yeah, I'm struggling to talk. I'll keep going for like at least another half an hour, so to like 11. But I don't know if you can hear it coming through. But yeah, it's not good at all. I mean, I feel fine. It's just that like I'm struggling to speak here, and I don't want you guys yeah, I don't want to just be coughing the whole time and sniffing, which is just not good at all. So yeah, I might end it early, depend how I feel, because 10 minutes ago I was feeling fine, and then the next 10 minutes, yeah, chaos in the back of my throat right now. But yeah, I'll see how it goes, and yeah, we'll make adjustments if need to. But anyway, Euro USD looking good. Looking shorts up here. I can see why you're looking for shorts down here. Really nice impulse to the downside. And obviously price is correcting itself. Retest some structure. Could see some downside. But I'm looking for the person of the full H setup. So this could give us some good shorts, and the market could just go for another bearish leg. So it's not a bad place at all. But this is more like maybe like a 15-minute time frame trade. Looking the retest of that. If I scale down to the 15, you see a nice, that's the 30. You see a nice shift in momentum there. Nice bearish engulfing, something like this. That could be a nice little entry signal. That could be a nice little entry signal there. Stop loss above the zone, and take your continuation back down to the lows, maybe further as well. So there's some possibility there on the 15, but I'm looking slightly higher than that. So I want to see a deeper pullback. If I whip out the old Fibonacci from the low, from the high to the low, then I've got some confluences just above my zone. Oh, that's the complete wrong way. Just above my zone here. So as you can see, hopefully we can tag into the 50. Might spike into this zone here as well. But I personally want to be taking trades near to the 50 or 0.618 as possible. So yeah, that's just a little bit too shallow for me. So yeah, Euro USD looking at sells, probably the top of the watch list, but yeah, a little bit too shallow right now. Okay, I'll go take a look at Pound NZD and NAS next. Euro CHF, we'll take a look. What is up? Artifactos, what is up? A lot of people requesting Euro Yen. Yeah, like I said, for Euro Yen, I'm looking to short, but I need prices to actually start clearing the lows first. So until right now, all I see for Euro Yen is consolidation. But if you can start clearing the lows there, and break out that consolidation, which you can see a bit better on the hourly, break out the consolidation to the downside, then shorts look good. If you really want to maximize your risk reward, you can wait for the breakout, maybe scale down to the 15, look for the retest, and take your shorts that way and get your stop loss above this zone instead of all the way above the highs. I'll probably put my stop loss above there, but if you want to utilize the lower time frames for that, feel free. You could probably look to maximize your risk reward that way. Of course, we need to get the breakout first, but yeah, not bad setup there for Euro Yen, and rightly so, which is probably why people are requesting it so much. But yeah, it's got some work to do. Okay, so okay, so Pound NZD, I'll jump over to Euro NZD as well. NAS, yeah, that's why I shorted now, but took a scot. Okay, not bad. Yeah, I'll probably just do those 3 pairs and then probably call it a day, because yeah, my throat is on fire and I won't be able to speak. I mean, hopefully maybe tomorrow or the day after it'll be back. It's more like a little 24-hour cold. But yeah, I'll do those 3 pairs and wrap it up. Apologize to everyone, but yeah, I think you probably understand though. Okay, so yeah, Pound NZD, I did analysis again. Some of these pairs I have done analysis on my weekly analysis on the weekend. So any questions about those pairs hopefully will be answered on the analysis on Saturday. So feel free to go and check that out if you haven't done it already. But Pound NZD is one of them, and basically said I'm looking for some longs down at this area here, and I'm looking for a push to the upside around 1.995. So this is where I'm looking for my longs. Continuation back to 2.02. Thank you so much, Kalankan. Probably said that wrong, but really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm looking for continuations from this zone. So correction, continuation. Main reason is we're holding a really important zone on the weekly chart. So I do think there's a lot of upside to it from this zone here. Get continuations back to the highs and further as well. USD is something similar as well, but I don't really like the candlestick as much. I want to see price really close above it. Pound NZD closed above the zone. As you can see, jump to Pound NZD closed above that zone. USD is a little bit inside the zone, so not as as motivated to take buys on USD unless we start getting back above this area. And I do see the overall uptrend continuing. As you can see, really nice uptrend down the higher time frames. If we can break above that zone, that would be fantastic and see some more upside from that. And NAS 100 as well, looking pretty good, seeing a lot of continuation, break and retest of this level. Again, I was going on a lot about NAS 100 last week, talking about price to go and fill the gap into this weekly resistance, and that looks like what price is doing quite nicely today. So looking at a nice retest of that zone, 13,280, and looking for a continuation back to 13,564. So again, similar just analysis from last week, breaking retest of the high, 13,428, because we had that last week, breaking retest of the high, impulse, successive higher lows, things are looking juicy, continuation to the high there as well. So if you're looking to trade this one, simply break and retest at the high, and yeah, take your longs that way, unless you're already in the trade, of course. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to call the stream early, unfortunately. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe my throat is a little bit better, but yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but yeah, I do apologize. I will be live again. Well, if I'm not live, I'll tell you guys on the Telegram or on YouTube post or something. But yeah, guys, if I do get any setups from the setups we were discussing, from the charts we've been discussing, I'll let you know on the Telegram. So yeah, take care. Have a great day. If you did enjoy the stream, please be sure to subscribe and drop a like. I really do appreciate that. Thank you to everyone who has. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow will be looking good. But yeah, if not, I will let you guys know. But thank you so much for coming on. Take care.
What?